Right now here in Brownsburg, police have found 2 people dead. We know that police have also have a person of interest detained right now. The road is blocked off. Police are gathering evidence as we speak. Once we have more information, we will get back to you. Planes are falling out of the sky, something that nobody wants to experience or think about. But with potential cuts happening in the FAA administration, it's something we might see quite often. Today, we're going to look at the Indianapolis International Airport to see what they are doing to combat this issue. It's time to bring on the madness. March Madness, the Elite 8 and the Sweet 16 being hosted right here in Indianapolis at the Lucas Oil Stadium. Tickets are $150, so you better go get them now because the games are on tonight. Purdue against Houston and many more. Derrick Jones, 13 News reporting. Right now, we're learning the 2 names of 2 men who were shot and killed in Brownsburg, and it comes as a shock to the community as they've never seen this type of violence before. Now, Brownsburg police say the shooting happened around 2:30 Tuesday morning along Acre Avenue and East Main Street. When police got to the scene, they found 2 men shot. They were pronounced dead at the scene. They were later identified as 19-year-old Lucas Beerley and 25-year-old Zachary Johnson. Police also detained 1 person of interest at the scene and say all 3 men knew each other. Police are asking if you have any information about the shooting to contact Brownsburg PD. Derrick Jones in Indianapolis reporting. That's right, ladies. Right now we're seeing if police have any more information about a man fatally shot by IMPD. And not only are we looking for answers, but community advocates are looking for answers as well. Metro Police say they were originally called to Speedway gas station near Washington Street and State Avenue around 2:30 yesterday morning. They found a woman who claimed she was assaulted by multiple men. During that investigation, officers say they saw a man who they believed had active warrants for his arrest and tried to talk with him. Police say the man ignored police commands, keeping his hands in his pockets. IMPD says the man eventually took off. Chief Chris Bailey says the officer caught the man deploying his taser and gun during the foot chase. The man was shot and was later pronounced dead.
I want to see the evidence that IMPD brings us, and I want to talk to them about how people can stay safe.
So, ladies, right now what we're doing, we're waiting for the Marion County's coroner's office to tell us the name of the man who was fatally shot by IMPD. Once we get that information, we'll pass it along to you. Derrick Jones reporting from Indianapolis, 13 News. Since the founding of America, voting has been an opportunity for Americans to voice their beliefs and vote for politicians they believe represent and fight for their values. Even though voting is a right to all American citizens now, it has not always been that way. Political science professor Dr. Laura Merrifield Wilson said that voting rights has not always been available for all American citizens, especially those that are minorities in America.
Sure. Well, voting is the only time the government will ask you for your opinion. And in Indiana and nationally, we don't have direct democracy, meaning individual voters don't actually decide the policies of their state or federal government, but we select representatives that make those decisions for us. And so once every 4 years for the presidential race, once every 6 for Senate races, and every other year for congressional midterm and some of our state offices, voters are asked their opinions on who they want to make those decisions. In a representative democracy, it's the only time your voice is genuinely making a difference in terms of the outcome of policy. So I think voting is most important because it's when government hears you and responds to what it is you want to see.
Vietnam Infantry Unit veteran Robert Weems remembers his first time voting during the Jim Crow era in Mississippi. Weems, who is 84 years old, remembers having to take a literacy test to see if he was eligible to vote, and since a lot of African Americans did not know how to read, it denied their right to vote.
When I found out that many of us was denied access of learning. And since we was allowed access of learning, when our foreparents realized that this was the process in order for us to learn, we had to be identified as being part of the system. And being identified as being part of the system, uh, that would go back and let those individuals who, like myself, realize that we were denied the right to vote because we were denied the right to learn. And the system had it so set up so bad, so fixed up. So when they allowed us to be able to vote, you had to learn how to read. And they know that most of us couldn't read. A lot of us couldn't read. So since you couldn't read, you couldn't pass the test to be able to be eligible to vote.
For registered to vote in Indiana, you can visit in.gov. Remember, the last day to vote is November 5th at 6 p.m. And you can check to see the closest polling location on the in.gov website. Remember, your vote does matter.